Hi guys, this is Kat, the Crow-Winged author at the Magic Library, and this is day 2 of the countdown until the live stream on April 26th. We will not be holding the video here. We are going to be doing this outside. So it's today amid the pine trees in my backyard and everything, and unfortunately the highway right next to me. I am doing another video for details behind Arboriah Lux. Primarily, this is going to be talking about some of the characters that you are actually going to meet in the book and everything. We're going to be just going over Luxahliah, Esilas, Elderik, Ephrem, and maybe a ghost or two. I have no beverage with me, but that doesn't mean that you can't have a beverage with you. So grab yourself a bottle of water, some hot cocoa, wine if you want to. And today we're going to be just having a very outdoorsy version of Cocoa with a Crow. I have to be very careful because sometimes there'll be just like gusts of wind every once in a while. So, and also the fact that I'm doing this near the highway, so I don't think the mic can technically catch it. But at the same time, it's just like at this point, it's whatever. So, some of the characters that you'll meet, particularly the main characters that you'll meet in my debut novel, Arboriah Lux, is, well, one of them is actually sort of the namesake. Her name is Lux. It was not her name to begin with. It was a name given to her by Esilas. I'll put her vision board right here, just so that you can just see the aesthetics and everything. Lux is an Aster Blood. She is the last Aster Blood, and she is particularly known for her ability to be very empathetic and also very outspoken. Two things that particularly make her dangerous within the society of Obsidia Terma. Her heart mark is that of the God's Tree. It is a mark that's on her chest right here. And when it's discovered that she has this mark, she's sort of embarrassed because in the first chapter, when she meets Esilas and Elderik for the first time, they've just saved her life from being mauled to death by a pack of gruesome hell beasts. And it doesn't need to be said that it's quite terrifying, because these beasts and everything, they're the size of bears, but they're more lean and dog-like, and they've got long whip-like tails. They've got spines. They've got spikes and spines coming up along their spine. They're just very, very like gnarly-looking creatures. The next character that I'm going to be talking about is one of Lux's saviors and everything, and that is our beloved emotional Dampier, Esilas. His aesthetic board is right here. So Esilas is a Dampier, meaning he's half vampire, half human, and he was born that way. And if you remember the video that I did yesterday, Dampier, or hybrids, especially like Dampier, are exceptionally rare because of the vampire strain that continues to fight with the human anatomy. And needless to say, he's had to grow up with both a veritable hatred for vampires. One in particular is his own father, and he's also had to deal with a lot of prejudice because he is a hybrid. I mean, literally one of the scenes in the book is that he comes back and Lux notices that he's like severely bruised and beaten up. It's because of the fact that Even though he's a member of the Keepers of the Watch and everything, he's not particularly seen as an equal. See, now, you see, this is what I meant by the wind acting up and everything. I don't want to put my hair up because it's sort of just, it goes against the aesthetic and everything, but it's just like, you know. It is because of his relationship with Lux and everything that he learns to not only accept his lineage, but he also learns to accept himself, where he wasn't really able to before. And that's really, really poignant, I think, because I know of a lot of people who have troubles with accepting themselves the way they are, as opposed to societal norms. And as you can probably guess from a particular trailer that I put out on TikTok and everything, Lux and Esilas are the main OTP one true pairing for this series and everything. And it was really, really sweet to try to put the banter back and forth between them. The next character we are going to be talking about is Elderik. Elderik is basically the elder brother character that everybody loves and everybody needs, and one that is definitely needed when it comes to Lux and Esilas. Elderik is very caring and protective towards Lux, especially because he knows that his relationship with Esilas has sort of afforded him this knowledge that he knows what Esilas is going through when it comes to Asterbloods. Esilas' sister was an Asterblood, and it's part of that reason why Esilas is so protective of her, and by default, so is Elderik, because Elderik doesn't want Esilas to get hurt. Elderik sort of explains to Lux what the sort of rules and societal norms are of Obsidia Terma, and even though the law says that when an Asterblood is found within Obsidia Terma and everything, they have to immediately be taken to the courts, he and Elderik and Esilas sort of bicker back and forth because Esilas knows what happens, what it's like to have that member of their family just torn away, and he doesn't want Lux to go through that. And Elderik knows this because of what Esilas has gone through with his own sister being taken away. But Elderik and everything he's sort of a rule follower, but at the same time he's sort of just like, if there's a loophole, we can exploit it. Elderik is very, very caring as an older brother, especially where Lux is concerned, and Lux actually sees that he's very, very caring when it comes to Esilas, because Elderik always comes to Esilas' aid when he needs him. And also there's a very cute scene where Elderik actually is sort of like, almost like very, very fatherly towards his own younger siblings. But that's primarily because he practically had to raise Esilas when Esilas' father basically abandoned him at the barracks of the Keepers of the Watch. A character that is very, very underrated, but is also very important because of what happens later on in the story, is Ephrem. Yes, I know that there are a lot of E's in this video. It was not my fault. I'm a discovery writer, and these names were just like coming to me as they went. But Ephrem is what is known as a first generation. He was recently changed from a human into a vampire, and because of that mutation still sort of like advancing through his system, he's sort of an adolescent in a way, specifically because it's like his moods are all over the place when it comes to like, oh my gosh, Lux is an Asterblood. How do you know you're not how do you know that you're how do you not know that you're an Asterblood? It's like the kid has no tact, I'll just say that. But Elderik is actually very influential to the story, especially what happens later and everything. And we actually find out that he has a younger sister, whom that Lux actually grows very close with when she reaches the royal estate and stays with the Morgenstern family. I literally do not have much on Ephrem and everything. If you want to find out more about him and more about his story, you definitely have to read Arboriah Lux. There's one character that I will have to put into this, and it's just because it's that while she is not technically alive, she technically is still important, and that is Esilas's twin sister, Luxia. Luxia was originally the last Aster Blood before Lux appeared spontaneously in the field, and she was separated from Esilas and taken to the courts to be presented. And throughout her entire stay at the royal estate and everything, while she did grow close to one particular person, technically two, she wanted nothing more than for her own brother to be brought into the world that she had been brought into. She didn't want this class system that Obsidia Terma is so ruled by to separate them forever. She wanted to be with her brother again. Unfortunately, I did say that she was dead. I will not tell you by what means, but it is her murder that Lux is having to solve throughout the story and everything. In fact, there is a link between Lux and Luxia. When Lux cannot remember her name, or she can't really think of anything about her past, Esilas suggests that she go by the name Lux. And later on, she lengthens it to not only be a tribute to Esilas' sister, but also to Elderik's mother, who takes her in once they get to the mid-city of Obsidia Terma. And her name throughout most of the book, besides being Lux, is Luxahliah. Lux does make an appearance later on in the book and everything, actually twice, and it's actually 3 times if you think about it, because it's like one's a vision, one is a ghost, and one is a dream. So she's very, very kind and everything, like all Aster Bloods are, but it's very, very, it's sad and everything, because I knew I needed her to be part of the story, but at the same time I knew it was going to be heartbreaking because of Esilas. I knew how Esilas would feel. Esilas, who has been wondering for a very long time where his sister was, and he was never able to figure that out. Again with the freaking wind, I'm so sorry. I may actually end up having to make this entire video again. But that is it for my first round of character videos for Arboriah Lux in this countdown series. We went over Lux as a character, Esilas as a character, Elderik as a character, Ephrem, and then we ended with Luxia, who's not only a character, but is also unfortunately used as a plot device, and I'm so sorry, Luxia, please forgive me. But thank you for sticking around, especially in this very, very windy nature video that I've decided to film today. If you want more content like this, please follow and ring that bell notification for more notifications. Like and comment on the video, because I really want this video to reach people who love books. And I also want other authors who are trying to find a platform to talk about their book, but also to talk about the art of storytelling, to just come and just be part of this community. I said in the Welcome to the Magic Library video that I didn't care if this really blew up or not. That sort of changed. True, I don't want it to blow up, but I do want this to reach people. My goal for the end of the year is to reach 100 subscribers. It's a small goal. I know it's a small goal, but that's my goal for right now, specifically because I know that not a lot of people are going to want to listen to me talk about books and to talk about my book and the art of storytelling. But for those out there who love the aesthetic of nature and everything, of like goblin core and gremlin core, it's just that it's just this is a very like this is a very like secluded niche. I hope you guys will stick around for the rest of the weekend, and also on Monday and Tuesday I will be coming out with more videos, and I may be doing another video today. I don't know. I'm definitely not going to be doing one out here because it's way too freaking windy. But I hope you guys are marking the date for April 26th for the first live stream to celebrate the brick and mortar release of my book Arboriah Lux. And I really, really hope that you guys enjoy my content. This has been Kat the Crow-Winged Author, currently not in the Magic Library, but just outside of it. I hope you have a very, very wonderful day, and I hope you guys stick around just to hear me be absolutely insane. Bye, guys. I'm doing my walk back primarily because it's just, you guys don't really know a lot about me and my life outside of my house, so I thought I would at least show this to, you know, think of this as like the one Marvel end credit scene that you probably don't need, but you get to watch me dodge anthills as I focus on my camera work. So, just a little bit of a comedy bit right here. So, bye guys.